Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's the flyest vlogger on the planet. My name is Showtime, the Czar. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's having a great, positive, productive day as always. You know I got hip-hop news, cultural updates, and everything like that for you guys today. But before we do any and all that, you know what you got to do. See that subscribe button on your screen right there. I need you to click that, turn that bell icon on so each and every time one of my videos drop, the content that I'm providing to you, you don't miss it. Let's get into it, y'all. Drop my intro. YouTube, what up though? Alright, it is time for the infamous plot twist. Alright, got my girl Lori Mack in the building. Lori Mack, say what's up to the people.
What's good, beautiful people?
Plot twist for today. This is a good one. Alright, so the documentary for
Quiet on Set.
Quiet on Set. All right, it's talking about Dan Schneider, who, honestly, I'm gonna be 100% with you. I didn't even know this guy was a producer for Nickelodeon. I thought he was just an actor because the only time I really seen him was on Good Burger, and he played the manager. Yeah. And it was funny because I remember asking you, Lori Mack, I was like, yo, what happened to the manager? Now it makes sense. Dog couldn't been into both of them because, well, he got this going on. His allegations about him being...
Oh, you talking about it in the Good Burger 3?
Good Burger 2.
I mean 2?
Yeah. Damn, you done jumped to 3.
About to say I'm ahead of my time.
Yeah. Way ahead.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Right. That makes sense. I didn't even think about it. I always thought the same thing. I thought he was just like somebody that was behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. I didn't know how big of a part he played in everything that he produced. All the way down from all of that, like, that was my show.
That was my...
It made me want to become a part of Nickelodeon. I'm glad I didn't, though.
100%, me too.
Glad I didn't.
Yeah, right.
But,
so, before we jump into our thoughts real quick, we just want to say real quick, spoiler alert, okay? If you haven't seen this, do not... First of all, go watch it, then come back to see what we say. That's all I'm going to tell you to go do, okay? But me and Lori Mack are about to get into... our thoughts on the first 2 episodes. I don't know how many episodes it's going to be.
Of Quiet on the Set.
Quiet on the Set is the name of the documentary, okay? It's on HBO Max, but it's also on ID. I don't know, Discovery Plus, whatever that is. So,
yes.
Anyway, you can Google it and find it. I don't need to tell you what channel it's on. Y'all got damn Google. But, Lori Mack, what are your thoughts on the first 2 episodes? How do you feel about it?
Shocked. I was... lost for words. I didn't even know how I was going to even start off this conversation because watching it yesterday, I was uncomfortable. And just thinking about me being a kid back then in the 90s and the early 2000s, me wanting to be a part of these children's lives and just thinking like all the stuff they went through, I just felt like it was very hard to watch and digest. And just to think that it was a guy that started off a little bit like where they were at. And just took that and just took advantage because he had got put in a position where he had too much power.
Yeah. So here's my thing. The first episode, I kind of just... Well, let me back up just a little bit. I don't know why I had this anticipation of it being, or expectation of it being like a R. Kelly documentary type situation where it's going to be like out the gate. It was going to be telling how he was... touching on little kids and exploiting little kids and doing all that type of stuff. But it wasn't. Like, they kind of... At first, I was thinking they was just trying to make this guy look like a bad guy. But as it goes on, I'm not saying he was a good guy. What I'm saying is they were kind of... It felt like they were trying too hard to make him look like a bad guy. Then, as it goes on, you see all the bad stuff that he did, all of the people that he hurt, all of the people that were... Especially... the black cast members, because it wasn't a whole lot of black people on all that. And I really think that was the part that really got me, because of, you hear all the black cast members talk about how they were treated differently than the white cast members. Also, the females on the show were treated a lot differently than all the rest of the cast members. Those 2 ladies, I don't remember their names, I apologize to you 2 ladies. He made them split a salary. Yeah. Like, that was crazy.
Just to think, and that was something that was illegal. And then
illegal.
When he got caught for it, he had the nerve to ask them, call them and threaten to be like, if you said anything, you'll never work in this business again. Like, what? You were wrong.
Right.
You didn't pay me what I was worth, and you trying to tell me?
Yeah.
That
and then
I won't work for you ever again?
Yeah, that was wild. And then all of the inappropriate jokes. Now that was a reason why I thought they were just trying to make him seem like a bad guy. You do got to kind of put a little bit of context to that because it was the 90s and early 2000s where stuff that was acceptable then, it ain't going to fly now.
Right.
So,
but the fact of him saying that he felt like women weren't funny.
Yeah. You know, that was crazy.
That
was
I
weird.
mean, it's just like a lot of people be like, well, how you don't have to tell the truth? Come on now. There are women working in a very hard, demanding profession. Mm-hmm. Okay? You mean to tell me they're going to up here and lie? They're the only two women that were on the team. Why wouldn't they, if anything, be singled out? You know what I'm saying? And with him hearing how much he was power tripping, it started off, like they said, they started off painting a bad but not so bad picture of him. You know, he started off as a nice guy, a genuine guy that wanted to help out everybody, wanted to help the kids, wanted to be that voice, wanted to write. He didn't want to be that fat actor, remember? So it's just to see him, you know, get an opportunity when Nickelodeon came along and all of that, and to just abuse it. Like first it started off small, with him doing little jokes and making a little fun and making little puns and all this other stuff. And now it went from that to people feeling uncomfortable when he walked in the room.
Yeah. Which is crazy. And then the stuff that he produced, I never, like, you know how opening credits, they got people's names and stuff on there? Like, I never really paid attention to it. And to see that he was the producer for the Amanda Show, Drake and Josh and all of that.
That he found Amanda.
Yeah.
He made Amanda, that was one of the real big superstars that made and really put him on the map.
Yeah, Amanda Bynes.
And I love the Amanda Show. And I didn't even really realize how much pain and everything that she went through behind scenes with just her parents. And then on top of it, Dan, like, they were too close. All her dealing with her whole independence and trying to run away from her parents, and Dan helping with that, like,
grow up. And we hear a lot. We've heard over the years a lot about these child stars.
Right. I have heard here and there.
Yeah, child stars. How they, you know, it's hard for them to go from child star to adult actor because of people still look at them as the little child that was on such and such show, right? To see what Amanda went through, I mean, they probably still got more to go with that story, but to see what she was going through in the transition from, because she started off on all that as well.
Yeah, she did.
She was on that, and then
got her own show.
Got her own show, and then she got I guess you could call it an adult show, but she was only like 16, 17 with that What I Like About You show, which I forgot she even did that.
Yeah.
So to see that, and then to see what she was going through, the relationship with her and Dan, and the relationship with her and her parents, and then to see how she is now, that's very traumatic to watch, man. I ain't even gonna hold y'all up, man. It's good to watch, but it's also sad because if you're a 90s baby like us, all that was one of the best shows out, period. Yeah. Because it was kids that was our age
doing everything
that the adults were doing, just on the kid level. Like, they even showed the Kids Choice Awards. Remember that?
Yeah, that was
a big thing. Bad I wanted to be on the Kids damn Choice Awards.
That was a big thing.
The slime and everything.
Every year. So
every year. It was like BET Award. Well, with kids. Well, almost. I ain't gonna go that far.
Well, no, that's what they were trying to create. That was their purpose of creating the Kids Choice Awards, because they were trying to give them something like the awards.
Yeah. Like an Oscars or
the
something.
The Oscars in your award show.
Yeah.
They wanted to give that before a kid's, perspective.
And it was dope. They used to have, man,
all many good years.
Listen, all that used to have, like, they had Ice Cube on there one time. TLC did the theme song. I remember, I think Kenan and Kel rapped on there one time. Britney Spears. Big stars was on that show. And these was kids.
Yeah.
So to watch all this behind the scenes stuff, like even with, I can't remember, I think his name is Brian, right?
Yeah, the Pickle Boy.
No. Not the Pickle Boy. We get to him in 1 second. The black kid. His mom, the guy with the headband.
Yeah.
His mom was noticing some stuff that kind of made her uncomfortable. And
yeah, she started getting down their throats.
Yeah.
And it made Dan looked at him side-eyed.
Yeah.
Come off the show.
See, that's unfortunate. And that
hurt. And then I could see the pain in her eyes. Like, it was something like she said that they never could come back from. Like, her son blamed her for him not being able to come back on the show or be a part of all that cast. And it was something that he always dreamt about. So he really heard about it.
And I remember him disappearing, and I was like, what happened?
And I really hate that they had to go through all that and trauma. Yeah. And like you say, he's still in therapy.
Right.
A lot of things these kids haven't recovered from. And they can't even get a simple apology.
Nothing.
Out here just living life, just trying to make it work. And honestly, I love that Drake is, the next episode. I think they're supposed to be showing 2 more episodes. But it's going to be interesting to hear what Drake has to say. But I really, really want to hear what Amanda had to say.
I would love for that too. I would love to hear what Amanda. I would honestly love to hear what Keenan and Kel say, because if you see the first episode, they all threw that thing.
Oh yeah.
So I would really love to hear their perspective. But I don't think he really messed with them like that, because they was able to go do their own thing with Keenan and Kel. And I don't even know if he produced that or not. But
I don't know though. I did hear some wild stories though.
I would love to hear their perspective.
But it's I don't know if they might share it though. You gotta think like
Keenan.
Yeah, Keenan. He's on the Saturday night.
Saturday Night Live, yeah.
Right, and then Kel, he's a minister. So I don't even know if he'll be open to doing that. Like even with him doing Good Burger, it was very strict, for him. He wasn't going to do everything like how he used to do. He's changed man.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he'll really speak on all those things. Maybe that's something that's in the past. But I would love to hear from all of them. Really, Amanda, because Amanda was Dan's prodigy.
Right.
She was his prodigy. And then to think she's going through drug abuse and everything now. Like, just to see her in the news and not for anything good, it's just really sad, because honestly, she was crying out for help years ago. And nobody really understood what was going on with her. And she never talked about anything. If you think about it, I never seen any videos about her trying to unveil anybody or tell any secrets. Like, I think she had the most to tell.
Yeah, I would definitely love to hear. I don't know if
she stayed with Dan or something for a little period of time. He was trying to run away from her parents. Like, did he touch you? Like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you so deep in drugs and everything now?
Real quick before we wrap up, y'all. We brought up the Pickle Boy. Now, if you don't know who the Pickle Boy is, on the set of All That, there was this guy who used to have like this big ass thing of pickles, right? Turns out, Buddy was a child molester, okay? And there was another guy who I'd never heard of either. He was a child molester on the show as well. But the Pickle Boy I'm surprised, but not surprised, okay? His name was Brian, too, correct?
Yes, Brian Peck.
Brian Peck. Okay, now, here's the thing. The way they tied it in, you could see on the show that there was some inappropriate jokes that were made.
Nobody understood. Like,
nobody understood.
Why the pickle?
Right, why the pickle? I know another cast member, he had like a sneezing joke where they tried to make it look like it was what they call in porn a cum shot. But they, did it for kids, which is inappropriate. But anyway, Pickle Boy, I wanted to talk about him real quick because you brought his name up. The child molestation going on the show. I knew that was going to be brought up at some point because it was so many kids getting dealt with in the late 90s and early 2000s. It was so many adults, but there wasn't enough parents around to monitor these kids. You know what I'm saying?
Not everywhere they went.
Yeah, and one of the ladies, she was talking about how her daughter got on the Amanda show, and then the guy that brought her in there, he emailing her back and forth, woo, 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 blah, blah. And then he ended up showing her a naked picture of himself. Mm-hmm. I wanted to bring that up because it's like, bro, it's always weird to me at these times, like late 90s and early 2000s, where the parents were just so intrigued with trying to get their kids to become stars that they forget that they're kids. Mm-hmm. You still have to be watching your kids, man. I don't care how trustworthy these people seem to be in this entertainment business. At the end of the day, it's easy to manipulate a kid, because if you look at the story, a lot of them are saying, I wanted to get my parents out the hood, or this was my big break. And when a person knows that this is what you want to do, they're going to manipulate that kid, because that's what they want to do. And they're going to try to get that kid. They're going to get that kid to do whatever they want to, because they know that this is their one quote-unquote big shot. Which now is a little bit different because of social media. But at the time, bro, it's just always crazy that I see these stories of these kids that have an opportunity to do something big and somebody takes advantage of them. And I hate that. But I just wanted to bring up the Pickle Boy situation,
Another weird one.
He was trash, bro.
Yeah, he was, like one of the people said, they went and did a barbecue at his house. And it's something about he was flaunting the painting by the serial killer.
Yeah, that
was the one,
sick.
was it John Wayne, was it Gacy?
Yeah.
John Wayne. And he was a serial killer that did harm to.
It was in jail, and you the pen pal with a
pen
damn
pal.
person in jail.
He done he hurt numerous kids and killed them and everything, and he was just obsessed with him. I mean, even that right there was a red flag. Like, even the little boy said it. He was like, I have to let everybody know he's not right. You know what I'm saying? He is not right. And I just felt like a lot of it was them, the adults behind the scenes knowing that they weren't right.
Yeah.
But knowing not who and what not to do. Like, they were just all scared.
Yeah, allowing other kids to get taken advantage of. So, well, all right. So that's me and Lori Mack on the first 2 episodes. We'll definitely come back for the next 2 episodes and, have a conversation. But if you have seen Quiet on Set, let us know how you feel in the comments below. What are your thoughts? What are your opinions? How do you feel about the documentary? Do you feel like they're trying to paint all that cast, or Dan Schneider and the people at Nickelodeon in a bad light? Or do you think they just, shedding a light on what should have been shed a light on a long time ago? Let us know all that in the comments below. But that's all we got for you guys today. If you guys enjoyed this video, like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow us on social media. And until next time, we're out of here, y'all. Peace!